welcome back. So I want to do the Ride or Die makeup tag. Now this was created by Jaclyn Hill, but there has been a version going around before, kind of like yearly favorites, but that's really just for the year. And a lot of times those are products that are your favorites that you've discovered within that year. Or there's like the Holy Grail makeup tag, which are all your Holy Grail products. I think I've done all of these on my channel before, but I figured it was time for an update. I do have a lot of new subscribers, so it's time for some new sort of Holy Grail or my Ride or Die product. A lot of you guys asked me to do this tag, and so I figured I love talking about things I love, so here we go. It's just gonna go throughout categories. And a lot of you guys wanted me to do a tutorial with the products. So instead of doing a tutorial, because my eyeshadow palettes, I already have multiple tutorials on this exact same look. I'm gonna link those down below. However, I did use every single Holy Grail product for this look today because this is like when I want a look that I know I can trust, that I know I'm going to feel confident in, this is the look that I go for. So every single product on my face is one of my Holy Grail products today. So I just wanted to let you know I didn't do the tutorial get ready with me, but I am wearing all of the products. Now if you make videos, I tag you all, do this or leave some of your favorite Holy Grail Ride or Die products in the comments below so that we can all kind of see each other's favorites. So I'm going to start out first with primers. The first two primers I want to talk about, yes, I did choose two for a different reason. So I couldn't decide. So you're going to see that I never picked more than two, but there are some categories I do have like an honorable mention. So my favorite primer for like just all over highlighting, makes the skin glowy and good is Becca Backlight Primer. Backlight Priming Filter. I love this. I feel like it just gives a really nice sort of glow to the face. I mix it in with my foundations. I put it on prior to foundation, and I feel like it just gives a very youthful look. The second primer is from the Estee. Now, this is the Pore Vanishing Stick. I love this because you can use it to prime your face or you can use it on top of makeup. I kind of use it under makeup always just because I don't want to fuss with my makeup once it's kind of on my face, adding more things on top. But this literally makes your pores invisible. So where the Becca primer kind of gives that glow, this really goes in and sort of patches up those pores, makes them invisible, and then I go in with foundation, and that's what gives me like my favorite look, my Holy Grail combination of having like that glow, the youthful look, plus like minimizing the pores. And then I go in with my Holy Grail foundation, which is, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Foundation. This foundation is amazing. The color that I'm wearing right now is Rattan, which is 2W2 Rattan. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but the color that I wear all the time, like my color, my shade is Creamy Vanilla. I have this for like when I'm a little bit darker, and since I mixed it with, I just mixed a drop of it in and then I used the Becca primer and mixed the two together. It really gave such a nice coverage because literally you just need a dot of this. It is so full coverage that if you're not careful, you will look like a mask. But a little bit of it goes such a long way. It will cover your entire face. If you want to mix it with another product, like I said, the Backlight Primer from Becca, that gives it like a glow because this is a very matte foundation. I don't find that it's drying, but it's like a satin matte finish. It's a perfect foundation to kind of mix with other things if you're looking for that coverage. I love it. It stays all day on me. It literally is just the makeup foundation that I trust if I'm going to be doing anything, going anywhere, filming, something that I want to just stay and look good on my skin is always the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage. And I know, it's like once you get that full coverage look, you can't go back. But like I said, you have to be careful with it because just a little drop goes a long way. So my Ride or Die concealer, I was going to say the Tarte's new Shape Tape, but I don't want to say that one because this one I've just been using for so long. I trust it. I love it. It's the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. As in the foundation is just a tiny drop. A little bit of this goes a long way. You literally need half a pump. And then I just dot it under my eyes. The color I use is NW15, but I also like NW20 as well. But this is very, very light. So NW20 would be more for the summer months. If I have a little bit of a tan, this is what I'm really super pale. I love it under the eyes because I don't find that it creases. I only need a little bit to get that full coverage. And so I'm not like kind of building and building and building product. If I have any fine lines under my eyes or if I didn't have a great sleep, I find that this is a really great product to use because it just a thin layer covers completely, and then when I go in and set it, I just don't have it moving at all, settling into my fine lines. It doesn't crepe my skin or make me look old at all, and so that's why it's my holy grail. Speaking of setting under the eyes, I have one powder, a product that I use to set under my eyes that is like the only thing I keep going back to. I like the Laura Mercier setting powders. I like the RCMA no color powders, but sometimes I feel like that baking method does crepe my eyes a little bit. The one product that I don't find that happens to is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in Diffused Light. It's just a yellow setting powder. It has like a yellow tinge to it. It's beautiful. It's light. It brings a great under eye set brightness, but it still is like smooth, and it's so finely milled that it just like sets under my eyes, and it also just kind of like smooths it and brings that diffused light look. This is just, I can't stop with it, and as you can see, I'm like almost through it, but it's just the definite holy grail, one that I know I'm always gonna get that look that I like with it. Okay, for bronzer, I have two. Now I have a powder bronzer and a liquid bronzer. First, I'm going to start with the powder bronzer. NARS Laguna is just one of my favorites. This is like the Tahiti palette. What is it called? There's like a Tahitian palette, and it comes with a mirror and the miniature Ita brush, and then the Laguna, and it's a great deal. I think if it's still up at Sephora, I'll link it down below, but I personally, there's no difference. It's still Laguna bronzer from NARS. I just like that it comes with a brush and a big old mirror. So I've probably gone through, okay, so I went through this, and then I had another full size of Laguna that I've gone through. So I'm going to consider that my holy grail bronzer. It just, I like it to contour with, even though it has some like shimmer to it. You can't see it. It doesn't translate on the skin. So I do contour sometimes with it and then buff it out, and it gives a nice soft contour, but it's still great as an overall all over bronzer to just really bring a lot of color to the face. This is just never fails me. I always love the way it looks. The best liquid bronzer, in my opinion, is from Giorgio Armani. Now, I talked about a Chanel bronzer in one of my recent Friday favorites, and that was a newly discovered favorite that I've had in my collection for a really long time. I had a lot of questions if I would recommend this one from Giorgio Armani over the Chanel, and I would, only because I think that this is the best product ever, because it's super pigmented. This is the Giorgio Armani Maestro Liquid Summer, and it's in the shade 100. It's so good. It's just a little serum product. You drop it out. A little bit goes a long way. If you just get a tiny drop on your hand, when you blend it in, it gives you the most natural looking tan. As you can see, since it's a serum-y like product, it just really blends nicely into the hand, as you can see, and gives great color. Does the same on your face. Like, I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I take a stippling brush and I just buff it into my, like, around the perimeters of my face, and it just melds into the skin, and it looks so natural, and you really do look like it's like liquid summer in a bottle. It really looks like you've been out and you just have like this gorgeous glowing tan. It looks super natural. I love it, and it wears really well. So a little bit goes a long way. You just need a drop, so that bottle will last you. It's a rather pricey item, but the bottle will last you for a really long time. So anyways, one of my favorite products, ride or die for sure. Okay, my favorite all over face setting powder is from Chanel. This is the Natural Finish Loose Powder. That's what I'm going to say it in English. This is in the shade 30 Natural Translucent 2. I just love this because it's so finely milled, it's light, it's beautiful. This will last you, this has lasted me 2 years, and it's like, doesn't even look like I've used it. Like, it's so, it just lasts and lasts and lasts. So it's expensive, but it's gonna last you. A light dusting of it like sets your face, it makes your foundation look flawless. I like to put this down over from my foundation, and then my bronzer just glides on so much smoother when it almost has that like transition between my foundation base and the powder of the bronzer. So I love this for a beautiful setting powder for the face. When it came to favorite blush, I have so many from MAC that I absolutely love, but I couldn't make this video without the Charlotte Tilbury blushes. These, in my opinion, are ride or die blushes. If I have to get rid of all of my blushes, I'm like stuttering. If I have to get rid of all of my blushes and just save one, it's this one. So this, I had to narrow it down. I have 2 favorites from Charlotte Tilbury, but I was gonna be good and do just the one. This is in Love Glow, what I'm wearing today. It's a beautiful pink. What I love about this is you have the outer rim, which is a darker shade, and then you have the center, which is a lighter shade. You could use the darker color, you could use just the lighter color, or you can mix them together and use both. So essentially you're getting 3 blushes in one. It's a beautiful pink shade. They swatch like butter, like literally like butter. It just has this like glow, pinky glow to it, illuminates your cheeks without, it just is a very youthful looking blush on the face. I think if you have mature skin, you would also be able to get away with this because it's not shimmery. It just has that like, the glow to it. You can't explain, it doesn't accentuate any type of fine lines or anything, or pores, but it has this just natural luminosity to it. It just makes it, the Love Glow is the perfect name for it because it does make your skin glow. I love it every time I wear it. I love it. You honestly cannot go wrong with the Charlotte Tilbury blush. The formula is incredible. Like I said, my favorite blushes on the market, and definitely ride or die. Okay, favorite highlight. A lot of people are going to say a lot of different things, but I don't think I've heard anyone talk about my favorite highlight before. And I know, you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, if I like a product, I basically sing an Ariel song for it, like, all these products I sing the Ariel for. So this is no exception. This is the Pure Minerals Afterglow Illuminating Powder Highlight. This is gorgeous. It's subtle, it's beautiful, it just is that perfect everyday highlight. I'm wearing it today. I mean, you can build it up and it can glow for you, but it's so underrated. I have no idea how everyone's not talking about this because it's that gorgeous. So I can't get enough of this highlight. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful, and like I said, I don't know how people are not just like dying over this, but it's an underrated product. It's my ride or die. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I think it gives such a beautiful highlighted look. I love it. Okay, I don't know if this category was even in Jaclyn's video, but I picked a ride or die brow product. I picked the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the color Taupe. This is just an always go-to for me. I always know I can count on it, so this is definitely my ride or die for my brows. It's the perfect color, and I just love how small and precise it is so that I can get right in the front and create a really nice line and structure to my brows. Okay, for mascara, I have mascara and eyeliner, and I didn't see eyeliner in the thing, but I had to talk about my favorite, which is from NARS. The NARS Larger Than Life liners are my favorite. I have a tricky waterline. A lot of things bleed into the inner corners. A lot of things move. Not the NARS Larger Than Life liners. They stay all day on me. My favorite is this nude shade in Rue Bonaparte. It's what I have in my waterline today. I think that the color nude just really opens up your eyes. It appears like you're more well rested. It's a youthful look. I love it as a preference to using a darker shade. I find it's more flattering on me. It doesn't close off my eyes as much, so this is definitely my go-to. Mascara, I have one mascara that is my ride or die that I know I'm always going to have. I do love the L'Oreal Voluminous. That's probably my favorite drugstore mascara, but this one takes the cake. I can't help myself. It's the Chanel. It's $30, but I'm willing to purchase it every single time I need a new tube because it's that good. It's the Le Volume from Chanel. It is like a more wet mascara, so if you have trickier to curl eyelashes, or if you, I don't know, it builds volume so beautifully, but it is a little bit more of a heavier, wetter formula, so you just have to be careful because it might drag your lashes down. They do have it in waterproof, which always helps to kind of keep your lashes curled up. I don't have a problem with my lashes. I just need a little bit of volume in them. I have pretty long lashes, so I love this. It builds volume so much in my lashes that I feel like I don't even need to wear false lashes whenever I wear this. That is why I love it. I've talked about it so much. The wand is not a natural bristle wand. It's like has synthetic bristles, but it has, they're like tighter to the vest on it, and it just kind of combs up your, there's a ton of them, and they're like scattered throughout the bristles, and they're very small, and they just kind of pick up and distribute the product. I just love it. I just get the color black, which is 10. Speaking of eyelashes, I'm wearing my ride or die lashes, and those are the Violet Voss lashes. These are in Wisp It Real Good. These are wispy and they're just the perfect lash for me because they kind of spread out. Another lash that I really like are the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. Those kind of fan out and are thicker on the outsides. But I love these because they're wispy and playful, and I feel like they could go with a natural look as well as a dramatic look, so they're definitely my favorite. Like I said, those are the lashes that I'm wearing today. Okay, eyeshadow palettes. This is where I'm a cheater pumpkin eater. I had to choose two. I'm going to start with the longest favorite of mine. This is the Laura Mercier Artist Palette. This might be the Artist too. I'm not quite sure. She has several versions of these. I will link this exact version down below. Let me just tell you, this is the look I'm wearing on my eyes today. I absolutely am obsessed with the shadows in this palette. I know I'm gonna love the look every single time. I love this palette because it has the most beautiful transition shade in Fresco. You don't think that that's anything, but once you swatch it, it's like creamy and buttery, the most beautiful transition shade. And then it has this color Purple Smoke, this color in Cure Royale, which is a beautiful purple shade. I'm wearing that on my eyes today. These deeper colors in Violet Ink, and then Espresso Bean. Espresso Bean is such a dark brown. It's almost black, but it's like a dark brown. Truffle. And then this shade in Vanilla Nuts is such a great matte cream color. And who cannot say the word Vanilla Nuts and not be happy? Like, who names an eyeshadow Vanilla Nuts? Thank you, Laura Mercier, for always bringing me joy every time I use this palette. I can't say it without like not just chuckling just a little bit. So this palette's amazing. I love it. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and it just gives, it's so pigmented. The eyeshadows are so perfect at blending. The matte shadows in this are incredible. That's mainly what I use this palette for, are all of the matte shadows, because they're so incredible. Now, my second favorite, which I did use a shimmer color on my lid today from this palette, is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is a newer palette, but it kind of came and took my heart because I'm just like so obsessed with all of the colors. It's a beautiful warm palette, whereas I feel like this is a little bit cooler. It does have some warm shades, but you can get a little bit more cooler of a look with this. This is just straight up all warm. And then it has this Primavera and Vermeer. I mixed these two today and put them on my lid. They're beautiful, beautiful shimmer shades, super duper pigmented right here. I love these, and I just love everything about this palette. It has such blendable, easy to use shades, and although some of these colors might seem intimidating, when you blend them out and sort of blow them out and diffuse them on your eye, They just look gorgeous. So I love this palette. These are my two ride or dies. If I just had to pick two palettes to go travel with, these would be the two that I would choose. Okay, we're gonna move on to lips, which was incredibly difficult for me, but I had immediate standouts right away. So my favorite lip liner is the Too Faced Perfect Lips, and this is in Perfect Nude. This is the absolute most perfect color. It's like the color of your lips, and it just makes your lips look super full and nice. When you're filling your lips in, it like lets you cheat your lip line a little bit with this because it's such a perfect nude shade. I definitely think that this needs to be in everyone's collection because it's like that good of a lip liner. Now for lipstick, I had two favorites. My ride or die forever is always MAC's Angel. It was one of my first lipsticks I ever got from MAC, and this one's almost up. This is old. I have a new tube of it. It just looks good every time I'm wearing it. It says that it's a frost finish, but you don't see any frost with it. I love the shade Angel. It's like the lipstick that anytime anyone's like, what shade should I get from MAC? I'm always like, just get MAC Angel. It's that perfect, easy wearable pink. Another one is limited edition. This is like the one that I'm wearing today, but this is like, I love this so much. I'm like kicking myself that I only got one of them because it's like so much my favorite, but this is very similar to MAC's Cream Cup. So you could get MAC's Cream Cup, which is permanent. But this is in Flair for Finery. And it was a limited edition color from MAC. It's very nude and light. But I can't get enough of this shade. If I want like a really nice light pink nude shade, this is perfect. So I had to include, since I was doing a limited edition color, I had to include that permanent one from MAC. But like I said, a very great option for this is MAC's Cream Cup. Favorite gloss of all time was no question, it was a no-brainer. This is Buxom's White Russian. This is almost gone. The label has worn off. I mean, this is super ghetto too, but I've gone through so many tubes of this. This is my favorite lip gloss ever. I always have one in my purse. This is actually my purse one because the other one was gone. So this is the one from my purse that I dug out, and it's looking sad. There's like 5 uses left in this. But it is this beautiful, milky, creamy pink color. It's the perfect topper to a nude lip or a pink lip. It's just beautiful. It's right here. It has a little bit of a tingle to it. It just feels so good on the lips, like minty and fresh, and I absolutely love everything about this gloss. I love the color. It makes your lips look pouty and just perfect. So this is definitely ride or die. I can't live without it. Favorite liquid lipstick, I have to give that to Jouer. The Jouer lip creams are by far some of my favorite formula. This is definitely a ride or die color and formula for me. This is in a Dulce de Leche. I just love this color. I love everything about these lipsticks. They're comfortable, they're long wearing, they're moisturizing, and they have extremely beautiful color range. This is just that perfect pink, in my opinion, nude pink right here. It's the last swatch. I just love this shade. And like I said, I love the scent of them. I love everything about them. So if you are interested in any Jouer products, I do have a discount code down below I will leave for you. But this in Dulce de Leche is like my all-time favorite ride or die shade. Whoa! That just literally flew out of my hand. One last product, my favorite perfume. So if you've been watching my channel, I'm sure you expect me to say Britney Spears Fantasy. That's my all-time favorite perfume. It smells like cotton candy. It's amazing. But I have grown up just a touch, even though I'm never going to let that scent go. I love it for its fruitiness, for its playfulness. I absolutely love Britney Spears Fantasy. I think everyone needs it in their life. However, my newest favorite, and probably like my ride or die, the one that I go to when I know I want to smell good, is from Versace. And this is the Bright Crystal Absolu. This smells incredible. Every time I wear it, I get compliments. It's just, I'll have to look up the notes. I did an entire perfume collection, so if you are interested in that, I'll leave that linked down below as well, because that's like a, it's going to tell you all my favorite perfumes, or all my perfumes, and then I gave the notes of all of them. But this one just smells so good. It smells fresh, it smells fruity, it smells sweet, it smells girly. I love this scent. I can't say enough good things about it, but definitely my ride or die for a fragrance, and like something that I have so many good scent memories surrounding it. So that's definitely my favorite. Alright, that's it for my ride or die. I think I covered every category. I only cheated a couple of times by adding 2 of some products. But hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what some of my all-time favorite products are. Leave below some of your all-time favorites. If you have made this video and you make videos, let me know down below so I can check out your video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.